Red lights are flashing, warning that markets will keep falling if the politicians don't get a grip. So, some might say a little too late, they've set a deadline. 6 weeks to save the euro. 6 weeks for the Eurozone to agree a plan they hope will see off a global economic collapse.
I think it is weeks, not months now for the Eurozone. They've got to sort out their problems. They've got to make their single currency work. They've got to deal with this debt crisis. We are in a global debt crisis, but it's the Eurozone that is at the epicenter, and Britain and America and other countries are going to suffer if Eurozone countries don't get their act together.
But will Britain, warned it's at risk of recession, have to slow the cuts and go for Plan B?
We've set out our plans, how much we're going to spend, how we're going to deal with our deficit. We're sticking to that plan.
As the New York Stock Exchange opened, it went down. No one seemed convinced by the G20 finance ministers in Washington, promising to do everything necessary to calm things down. In London, the FTSE did eventually finish ever so slightly up, but it's only had one other week worse than this all year. It's getting urgent, the message from those in charge.
There are dark clouds over Europe, and there is huge uncertainty in the United States. And with that, we could risk a collapse in global demand. Well, so what? Let's remove the clouds and lift the uncertainty. Easier said than done, and it requires clearly a collective action.
But inaction's just what's frightening the markets.
We are coming to the end of the road. A decision needs to be made, whether that involves kicking a member state out of the Eurozone, a breakup of the euro, or something else. We need to stop vacillating around these decisions.
The Prime Minister last night in Canada warned the global economy was close to staring down a barrel, but back home Labour doubted he could fix it here.
The problem is the Prime Minister may have woken up to the crisis, but he doesn't have a plan to deal with it.
So will the European economy be stronger in 6 weeks' time? Well, the Chancellor isn't even sure the Eurozone Rescue Fund is up to the task. And with so much gloomy economic news and uncertainty, who's to say the politicians have got that much time to play with? Lucy Manning, ITV News, Westminster.